Hello guys, before we get into today's episode, all I want to say is a massive thank you for the first episode of Season 4 that went out on Monday. Really good view figures within the first few hours of it going up, so thank you very much for all the support. Today though, we've got two games, Sunderland away and Stoke away, plus a roundup of the games that we've had before. So as always, roll the titles! Hello there boys and girls, going to get straight into the roundup and then get on to those two games, which is Sunderland away and Stoke away as well. So first off, we met last time was Liverpool, where we came out with a 1-1 draw. We then followed that up with a very good 1-0 away victory at Swansea. And it was a fantastic hit from Andreas Pereira that scored the won us the game. I'm going to show you the goal now. Teixeira picks the ball up, and he's got nowhere to go, and he just comes back to Andreas, and he absolutely unleashes a rocket of a shot there, and that got us the 1-0 victory against Swansea. We then followed that up with a very good 2-2 draw against Manchester United, and Reece Burke popping up in the 90th minute, scoring the equalising goal. Lukaku with the corner, and Burke just getting ahead of David De Gea there, and nipping into the near post, and that makes it 2-2. We then followed that up with a very good 3-1 victory against Barnet in the EFL Cup second round. As you can see here, very much highly rotated side. Still a lot of players that need game time to get their match sharpness up. Our young buck, Carlido, scoring and assisting with an 8.1 rating, which is awesome to see. Coming on very nicely, as you can see there. Popping up in the occasional game, not starting him just yet, but towards the end of the season he might get a little bit more game time. We then followed that up with a massive 5-0 victory away at Southampton. Southampton, as I'll show you in the Premier League, are struggling very much so, which is very odd because they've got a fantastic side still got Virgil van Dijk, Fraser Forster, they've brought in Nathan Ake, Jordan Classy, Nathan Redmond's still there, Tadic is still there, Højbjerg is still there, so still got a very good squad, but they are struggling this season. 5 different scorers, Baldwin, Cummings, Holding, Teixeira and Matty Phillips, all with the goals, and as you can see with our side here, very good rating. Teixeira coming up with a 9.4. And then we came back down to earth with a 1-0 loss at home to Tottenham. Philip Coutinho scoring. Our boys didn't really start, as you can see from both the ratings and also the match stats. Just didn't get going against a very good Spurs side. And that brings us to today. We're going to get straight into the game. It's going to be Sunderland away. Let's go. So we are favourites for the game. 5-4 favourites there. Sunderland are 16th, as I said. Southampton really struggling this season. 5 losses out of 5 games. Minus 11 goal difference. No points picked up. We sit in 10th. 8 points from the first 5 games, 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss. And Sunderland playing a 4-3-3. Charlie Austin and Barini up front with Nelson, and Dong, Besic and Gosling in the middle. Then you've got Chilwell, Dillabaji, Hoban and Navarro at the back, and Pickford still in goal for them. Out lineup, Tatuanu in goal, Lukaku, Baldwin, Holding and Durm at the back. Hurahan and Fossum in the middle, Snodgrass, Teixeira, Phillips in the attacking 3, and then Cummings up top on the bench. Rekic, Burke, Anderson, Pereira, Lookman, Leo and Carlido all on the bench there. Let's get straight into it and let's really push on and see if we can beat the Black Cats. So yeah, sitting in 9th, first 5 games of the season have gone very well. Very good draw against Manchester United, a great win against Southampton and an okay loss to Tottenham, but we're looking for 3 points here against Sunderland. They are struggling this season and we are in relatively good form coming into this game. In the middle of this game we do have the EFL third round tie against West Brom. Won't bring you that. Nelson with a free kick, he hits the post and Baldwin gets it clear. So as I said, we've got West Brom in the third round of the EFL Cup. That's sandwiched in between the 2 games I'm going to bring you today. Here we go, our first chance of the half. Durm into Teixeira, Besic trying to get hold of him, into Cummings, oh what a save that was for Jordan Pickford. Great opportunity there from Jason to get off the mark today. He's had had a bit of a ropey opening to the season. Ahurahan with the corner, going to try and find one of our boys in the middle. Falls down to Lukaku, jigs it back in, comes out to João Teixeira, hits the ball, and Pickford with another save. Another corner, Ahurahan into holding, but Besic is going to get this clear for Sunderland. But Matty Phillips takes it off in there. Cummings is in the middle, but he finds Snodgrass at the back, and that's 1-0 to the posh. Robert Snodgrass with the goal. That's his first goal of the season, his first ever Peterborough United goal, and that pushes us up to 8th in the league. Highlight, let's see the third 3D highlight. Phillips just picks it off Besic there, taking too much time on the ball. Launches it into the back post, and Robert Snodgrass taps it in ahead of Navarro at the back stick, and that's Sunderland 0, Peterborough United 1. And it's a highlight after the highlight. Barini come forward, but Ivor Fossum getting a tackle in there. I think he's gone in a little bit late there. Is he going to be sent off? Yes, he is. Fossum has been sent off. Two-footed challenge, and even though we've gone 1-0 up, we immediately get pegged back. Right, let's have a look. See what we can do here. Can Snodgrass play in there? Yes, he can. And I know Teixeira can play on the left. So 4-4-1-1. I'm going to come off control and go back onto standard. A little bit more reserved. Coming into the final 5 minutes of the half now. Pickford with the goal kick over to Hoban. Playing it short into Gosling. Into Navarro. Lovely little patient play here from Sunderland. And Dong now coming forward. Austin on that left-hand side brings holding out with him. Going to launch it in. Baldwin misses his clearance and it goes through to Nelson, and that is Sunderland 1, Peterborough United 1. Will Nelson looks like a regen for them. Scored the goal. Baldwin just missed his clearance there. Austin now going to brings holding out to this right-hand side. Lovely ball through, but Baldwin and who's that in the middle? Baldwin and Durham just getting each other's way. And it's a very relatively easy finish there for Nelson at the back stick. We come forward again. Lukaku down this left-hand side into João. João now going to bring the ball in. He's going to bring the ball in again. Tries the shot, but Pickford, comfortable for him, really. I think he was trying to find the run of Cummings, but he never really made it for him. But that's half-time. 1-1. Fossum really putting us in the mire there with a red card 10 minutes before half-time. We can still get the result even though we're a man down. We just need to hold on and make sure that we just battle for absolutely everything. Was looking for 3 points from this game, but as of now, I will take a point 100%. Right, first of all, highlight the second half. Lukaku with a throw-in, trying to find Cummings down that left-hand side. Barini now over to Navarro, who's going to swing it in, and Ndong is there. That's Sunderland 2, Peterborough United 1, and that sending off has really changed the game, unfortunately for us. I might go a little bit narrower and see if we can really change anything. So we've gone slightly narrower, 4-1-2-1-1, and let's just see if that brings us back into this game. It might solidify the defence a little bit. Probably something I should have done when we went down to 10 men. Hopefully we can continue to control the game. We've had enough of the ball to make a chance. Holding now over to Durham. Literally straight after those changes into Leo. Leo now is going to find Robert Snodgrass. Lovely ball over to Durham. Durham's taking on his man. He's going to swing it in. He's trying to find Jason Cummings in the middle there, but to no prevail. Holding tries to get in front of Charlie Austin, but Nelson is going to bring the ball forward. Gosling into Besic, over to Navarro. Navarro, lovely ball over the top to Nelson. Baldwin doesn't get there, and Austin is there to make it 3-1 to Sunderland. Not the game we wanted. As I said, the sending off has had a massive influence in this game, and it's really brought Sunderland back into the game, unfortunately. Here we go. Navarro over the top to Nelson. Baldwin just doesn't get there, doesn't do enough. We're all over the place at the back, and Austin, a simple tap in for a striker of his ability. Not the best of games for us. We had the game pretty much in our hands, really, to be fair, until Fossum got sent off, and he just lunged in with a 2-footer, and that was pretty much game over for us since then. Leo into Jermaine, and that's Sunderland 3, Peterborough United 1. Came into it a little bit towards the end of the second half, but disappointing, not good enough at all for the boys. And we roll on. We roll on to Stoke away from home next, and I'll see you when we get there. Just to bring you up to date with the EFL third round, we got absolutely destroyed by West Brom. Scratch that. We got absolutely destroyed by Salman Rondon. 14-minute hat-trick within the first 15 minutes. And yeah, pretty much over and done and dusted within 14 minutes. As you can see here, highly rotated side. just because I thought it was good enough. But actually, we got blown away just by Salomon Rondon. They had a very big and strong side out, possibly looking to do well in the competition. But yeah, nothing, not for us, unfortunately. So 4-0 loss, and you can see here, Reds are piling up. We are now away at Stoke. This is a team that's going to be playing against the Potters. So we've got Tatsuano in goal. Kingsley at left back, because since I brought it in, Jordan Lukaku has played okay, but last couple of games have been off the boil. Holding and Baldwin in the middle, Derm at right back. Ahurahan and Anderson in the middle, because Santiago Escobar is injured and Fossum is suspended. Snodgrass, Teixeira and Phillips are the front three, and then Cummings up top as well. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the morale won't kill us too badly and we'll get a decent result against the Potters. Still in 12th, so we are 6 points ahead of the relegation zone. Stoke are above us in 9th. So they're playing a 4-4-1-1. We are playing a 4-2-3-1. Fingers crossed we can end that bad run. Anderson now on the edge of the box, getting annoyed by Mbula into Cummings. Oh, it just shoots it wide. Kingsley, lovely ball cut back from the left-hand side back to Cummings. Tried to get out of his feet and rush the shot a little bit. But that was the first real highlight of the half. Hurahan now with a corner into Holding, into Baldwin, and that's 1-0 to the Posh from a corner. That's where our goals seem to be coming at the minute, because our side just hasn't gelled just yet. Haven't been able to play. The only game I played, my first full strength squad, was away at Southampton. We absolutely destroyed them 5-0. So we get Escobar and Fossum back. We can be going places, possibly even looking at European places. Football happens, suspensions and injuries happen as well. That's making the half come to a close. 1-0 up, which isn't too bad. Baldwin and Holding both coming in with some good performances. Play well, but there is massive room for improvement. Midfield really needs to make sure that we're doing the business in there and holding them off. Let's kick straight back into the second half now. And yeah, let's see if we can get a win with the against the Potters. We are up to 10th now, 11 points. So now we're massive, 9 points ahead of the relegation zone. Baldwin, unlucky, his clearance ricochets off Shaqiri. Sissoko into Namtier, and Hurahan comes flying in, brings him down for a penalty. That's literally 5 minutes into the second half. Stoke have got a chance to go even it back up. Ivan now with the penalty and into the top left-hand corner, and that's 1-0. Another winning position we have let go, unfortunately. Pretty even game, so 1-0 probably is the right scoreline for now. But Ivan, top left-hand corner. Tatsuano had no chance at all. Cummings not having the greatest match. Matty Phillips has now been injured. Right, going to bring Leo on the right. Horahan's having a bad game. Let's bring Lorente on for a Horahan. Let's get him off, and let's see how much that changes the outfit. Matty Phillips injured. It'll be a big miss, unfortunately. Let's hopefully, fingers crossed, he's not out for too long. Injuries and suspensions seem to be piling up for us now, and it could be a tough old season. Anderson now into Leo on this right hand side. Going to take Peters on. No, it's Maneza, sorry. Doesn't take him on. Derm brings down Arnautovic, and that's another sending off. Cannot believe the lack of discipline the boys are showing at the minute. Horrendous decision. Derm is meant to be the added experience at the back there as well. And it's yet again going to cost us another match. Teixeira is going to come off, and we're just going to bring Wisdom on at the right back. 15 minutes to go. Kingsley with this. What was that? It's an awful throw-in. Ivan now over the top, running at Holding. That's a good tackle, but Holding doesn't get him. And into Arnautovic. Arnautovic makes it 2-1 to Stoke. Cannot believe we've let another game go. That's 2 on the bounce now. I'm not a happy chap. Still 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Holding can't get a tackle in there. And it comes to Arnautovic, and he's literally got time to bring it down. Take one touch, take two touch, and he slams it home. Stoke 2, Peterborough United 1. And this isn't going the way I wanted to go. Cummings is not having the best of games at all. Might be time to drop him for Dwight Gale, who is back into fitness. Anderson now is going to launch the ball clear, and that'll be the end of the match. Both Sunderland and Stoke should have really been good chances to pick up some points, but 2 sending offs have cost us. 1 Fossum and 1 at Durham. That's now we did come into this episode 2 wins, 2 losses, and 2 wins, 2 draws and a loss. It's now 2 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses. Only 2 plus goal difference and only 8 points. Haven't picked up a single point in this episode. awful discipline that's being shown by the boys. Going to fine him another week's wages, which is what I did against Fossum as well. Not the best game. Great start to the season, unbeaten start to the season up until the Tottenham game, and that's when it all changed. Awful way of playing, unfortunately, at the minute. So we'll be coming back we're going to do Chelsea and Middlesbrough. So we do Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, and we'll do Middlesbrough at home. So we've only got one game in between, which will be the Newcastle game, and hopefully our fortunes will turn around. But that's it for today's episode. Please do leave it a like if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and so you don't miss out on any more content that's going to be coming out in the coming weeks and months. And until next time, which will be Chelsea and Middlesbrough, I'll see you soon.